Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Welcome back to What's on Tap Christmas Calendar, Day 4! Boop, boop, boop. And we've had 3 past days of absolute bangers.
4+ beers.
And
that's a real high watermark for us for these calendars.
So this has increased my expectations for all of the remaining beers. I picked the beer that you've packed. I know that I didn't pack this. So I'm going to open it. I already see that it's a Vault City beer.
It is a Vault City beer,
and
which is a Danish beer, right?
No,
they're Irish.
Vault City has to be British or something. Well, Portobello, Edinburgh. They're Scottish.
Okay, they're Scottish, yeah.
So this is Apple Maple Pecan, 8.5% ABV. Exciting.
Yeah, I saw this.
Or hit and miss.
Yeah, there's hit and miss. They are the highest highs and the lowest lows of any brewery that I've ever experienced. But what I love about them, and the reason that I will never shy away from having their beers on the podcast, is they will come up with the craziest ass shit you've ever heard of. And sometimes they pull it off. Like, the combinations are legitimately insane. And sometimes they pull it off, and sometimes it's just like, wow, you guys should have never released this. But I have high hopes for
Apple Maple Pecan.
Apple Maple Pecan. Let's see here if it says, there's a lot of autumn. No, show you. Autumn is officially here. The nights are drawing in. Leaves are turning color. The fire's been lit, and we're ready with comforting flavors in this modern sour beer. The perfect post-windy walk over dry leaves beer. We focused on evoking a moment in time with this silly sour. Initial maple aromas belies the crisp burst of apple before blending 2 flavors beautifully, followed by an earthy pecaniness, the perfect toffee apple.
Wow.
And this comes in at, we said 8.5.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
It smells like apples.
It smells a lot like apples.
I don't think it smells that much like maple or pecan.
I get a little bit of like an apple pie kind of note on that, but it's very, very subtle.
That's more like apple and vanilla.
It's like apple and lemon and vanilla, and there's like a lot of apple citrusy kind of notes here, but I think...
Let's try it.
Oh, I'm super excited about this.
Cheers.
And the head retention is insane. It's almost like a meringue on the top of the beer. It looks crazy. So what do you think?
There's a lot of green, like fresh acidic apples and lemon in the flavor.
Yeah.
I'm not getting... Okay, so in the aftertaste, there's a lot of like apple jam. Mm-hmm. There's almost no maple or pecan in it.
Well, I think the maple part is the sweetness that you're getting from this, which creates a kind of jamminess. I think the for me, the maple is really, really in the back notes of the beer. The tartness and the sweetness is so upfront. I mean, it's literally like green apple, like tart green apple, citrus
I am
flavors.
salivating.
Yeah. And then the maple comes in as a really light back note. Pecan, non-existent in any palatable form.
I like it. I think I was expecting something different. What I do enjoy is that Vault City, when they're done bad, they look and feel like swamp water. And this one is quite. It's not see-through by any stretch of the imagination, but it feels like a fresh, not muddy beer. It's like a hazy. It's hazy, but it's not like sewage water.
It does feel fresh and light. There is a slight nondescript sweetness to it.
Yep.
When you ascribe, like, say, oh, it's got maple in it, you're like, that's it. That's what I'm tasting. But if you didn't know it was maple, I don't think you would know what the sweetness was from.
No.
But it is, I think, extremely drinkable.
It really
It
is.
is almost on a cider level of enjoyment, like I don't drink a lot of cider, so I don't know all the lingo of cider, but like a fresh pressed cider.
Yeah, I agree. The
Yeah.
fruitiness of the apples, definitely.
I mean, the apple's just really crisp, pop, super appley. Oh,
And while you've been talking, I've been sipping this beer. It's really drinkable.
yeah.
I have less in my glass than I expected to at this moment.
I think some of that where that crisp apple ciderness comes from.
This one is somewhere strong 4, weak 425 for me.
Yeah, I really like. You said Vault City is a real mystery. It's a real crapshoot of what you're going to get. And like sometimes you see like, oh, it's a chocolate mango strawberry like cake thing, and you're just like, oh, good lord, that is like just, that's going to be horrible.
Rule of thumb, whenever they include both chocolate and the fruit in the same beer name, it's going to be a mess.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely horrible. But this maple pecan, apple maple pecan, it's a real solid beer. I don't get. It falls into that. I don't get all of the adjuncts described on the label. I don't get the pecan in any way whatsoever.
No.
Like even as you let it linger in your mouth, and you're kind of like, as we're talking, you still get this toffee apple kind of flavor going on here, but you definitely don't get pecan.
No.
So I don't get the pie-esque nature of the beer, but I definitely get just amazing toffee apple flavors. And quite honestly, I don't think you can ask more from that from a beer.
I agree. So weak 425, maybe strong 4, somewhere in that.
Yeah, no, I would give this a 4.25. It's a very bangable beer. I mean, you're gonna once you start drinking it, you're gonna be like, yeah, this is just because it's so tart and sour up front, but it's not that mouth puckering like salivating kind of sourness. It's just like fun across your teeth, kind of like this is sour, fun, enjoyable kind of very fall wintry kind of experience.
It is a good beer for the season we're in.
Yeah, man, this is another real question mark for me. So so we had the strawberry shortcake was a real question mark for me. This was the other one. I was just kind of like, I mean, this is going to be like a hit or a miss. There's no middle ground here.
We are walking that fine line.
And so far, we've been nailing it every day. So I think we give this like both like around a 4.25-ish kind of thing.
Maybe weak, maybe solid.
So much fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's just wrap it up here.
You can find us at What's Online. Where
are we again?
What's on Tap Podcast.com, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you can find good quality podcasts.
Again, Martin's Pornhub, OnlyFans,
Subway Graffiti.
Yep, mostly there. There. Random QR codes is where we most likely.
Random QR codes. That's a good one.
Just scan random QR codes. Eventually, you'll find What's on Tap Podcast. Yeah. We're out there. Trust me. I wouldn't lie to you about this.
So until next time,
keep drinking, dum dums.